Okay, I understand that mathematics concepts build upon one another, and I will need to address gaps in understanding. I am also aware that these are some fundamental math skills that my students need to master to continue to make progress. I'm interested in using DBI with my students, but I don't know which assessments to use to make decisions about whether my instruction is working.
Well, that's a great question, Mr. Flores, and that's what we're going to focus on in this module. It's going to be all about assessments. So the objectives for us in this module, in part one, we're going to think about what are the different types of assessments that can be used to monitor student progress. In part two, it's going to be how do we administer such assessments. And then in part three, we're going to focus on how do you interpret different progress monitoring scores. So the activities that you will do within this module, in part one, you're going to do 3 different activities, one related to understanding the difference between a general outcome measure and a single skill measure. Then we'll look at a diagnostic assessment, and you will conduct a survey of the assessments that are available to you in your school. In part two, you're going to watch some videos and do scoring of students who are taking different assessments. But you have some choices to make here. If you are an early grades teacher, you will do the activity that's related to the early numeracy assessments. And if you're a later grades teacher, you will choose whether you want to score one of the computation measures or one of the concepts and applications measures. So you're welcome to do all 3, but you also only have to do 1. Then we'll look at how the National Center on Intensive Intervention, how they rate different progress monitoring measures, and you'll do a reflection upon your current progress monitoring practices. And then in part 3, you're going to create a graph of student scores and then figure out how to make decisions based on the data points or the trend line of those data points. And then finally, you'll do a discussion board with your classmates talking about the decision-making structure that's available to you within your school. So we have a reading in this module. I hope you will check this out. It's a really good one about bridging the gap between arithmetic and algebra and thinking about the progress monitoring measures that can be used when we're measuring anything from arithmetic to algebra. And then you'll finish this module by doing this classroom application, and it's all about getting progress monitoring up and running, getting your decision-making process in place, and then making decisions about students. And probably some of you are going to be at this point here where it says start this, and then others will be continuing this. So where are we here? We are right here in our green module number 2 because our green module deals all about assessments. So we're going to be focusing on progress monitoring. We'll also talk a little bit about diagnostics. And then this progress monitoring section here is pretty much identical to that. You would use the same progress monitoring probes, whether you're looking at initial efforts for intensive intervention, or if you are thinking about whether your adaptations to intensive intervention are working. So I welcome you to Module 2. Let's go ahead and get started.